أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Welcome to سلسلة كيف أعرب. It is a beginner series for learning the Arab. Today, inshallah, we are going to continue with our lesson. We know that to simply learn about writing the Arab, one should know the basics of the ilm nahu. Like one should be familiar with the terms fa'il, fa'il, maful bihi for jumla fa'iliya and mubtada khabar in jumla ismiya. And also we come across terms like isim kana wa khabar kana, isim inna wa khabar inna, and like that. So one should be knowing all the basics of the ilm nahu. So that will so writing the grammatical Arab or detailed Arab will be easy for them to learn. So inshallah, we are going to start with the simple sentences as we did in lesson number one. And inshallah, we are going to identify each word's role and its state, its case, like it is a marfu state or mansoob state or the majroor state, and then we are going to practice consistently, and inshallah we are going to master this skill, inshallah. So let's have a quick recap. We know that for this is a simple past tense jumla failure. Akala zaidun tufahata, and here we see that the fail file and maful bihi. As I mentioned that one should be knowing the basics of the nahu, and that is this we know that it is fail madi, and this is our file. It is the outside doer. We know that a fail madi, if it is the Hua version, we should be seeking um, outside doer. So there is a possibility of outside doer, and this is our Zaidun here is our outside doer that cancels out the Hua inside this kala. And then a Tufahata is a maful bihi because it is giving us the detail that what Zaid ate. So Akala Zaid at-Tufaha, Zaid ate an apple. So Zaid here is our file, Akala is our fail, and at-Tufahada is our maful bihi. This is a common simple sentence in Jumla fi'liya. So, inshallah, how we are going to write the era for that? Kala is we know that a fail must have hadas wa zaman here. As you can see, that hadas we know that it is the action or the event or action, and zaman is the time. And these are the two essential components of any verb. Together, they form the basis of understanding the nature and function of the verbs in the Arabic language. So hadas is our action or event, and it is the actual action, the occurrence or state that the verb is going to convey. Like here, the example is akala. Also, the time, it refers to the time frame we can say in which the action or the event was occurred. And this fairly madi shows that it happened in the past because past tense indicates this madi indicates an action that has already happened. So there are so many, you can say, the faili madi that we usually come across akala or daraba and like that. So here it is hadas was aman and it is fail and faili madi that is always mabni. It is daiman mabni, and that is why we say faili madi mabni al fath, because we usually take the default version and that is the hua version, and hua in the hua siga we usually see the fatha. So akala, kharaja, kataba, and nasara. So they are all ending with a fatha. So that is why fi'l madi mabni al fatha. That means fi'l madi is fixed on a fatha. Fi'l madi fixed on a fatha. Akala, like here, you can see on the end letter there is a fatha. So hadas wazaman is that is what fail has, and this is fail madi, and it is daiman that means always, always mabni. Then we have this Zaidun. It is our file and it is always marfu. We know that file is always marfu. So how we are going to write it? File marfu wa alamati rafihi, the sign for it, wa alamati rafihi dhamma. This part you need to remember. Walamati rafi will always come for the mansoob, for the majzoom, for the majroor and marfu. And here it you are going to write according to whatever here it is. If there is marfu, you are going to write dhamma. For rafa state, there is always dhamma. For nasab state, like mansoob, there is always fatha. So walamati rafi al fatha. So this part is going to remain same, but here you are going to change this part and you're going to change this walamati nasbihi al fatha walamati jarrihi al kasra, like that you are going to write. So these terms you are going to memorize them, because otherwise you cannot remember them. You need to memorize them, you need to practice them. So this is file marfu walamati rafihi ad-damma az-zahira al akhirih. This is another term that you need to remember, and it means in English that azahira, that means visible. Ala akhirihi means in the end. That fatha or that dhamma that is visible in the end of the word or on the last letter. So this is azahira ala akhirihi, means in the end you see a clear and visible dhamma. So file marfu, the that is why I just put all the different colors. So you need to remember them. Like this is the basic one, file marfu. Zaid is file and it is in the state of rafa. So it is marfu, file marfu. Wa alamati rafi ad-damma. This part again, this is the additional part. Wa alamati, the sign of the rafa is dhamma. We know that was the sign of the rafa is dhamma. And then you need to add this part az-zahira ala akhirihi. So here Zaid is file mafu alamati rafi dhamma az-zahira ala akhirihi. Now this is for file, that is diamond marfu. File is always going to be marfu, is always going to be rafa. Then we have at-tufahata, and that is a maful bihi. Maful bihi, diamond mansub, always mansub. Then again, we have three parts. Maful bihi, the first state of the word, and the state or the placement in the sentence for the tufa is maful bihi. It is the detail. Then we need to add maful bihi. We know that the details are, they are always mansub. They carry fatha. Then we need to add the alama, or we need to add the sign for mansub, and that is walamati nasbihi al fatha. Wa alamati nasbihi al fatha. This part you need to add according to what is here. And we have here maful bihi, and that is a detail, and it is in the mansub state. So the sign for the mansub state is fatha. Here you can see the fatha. And then after adding that, you need to add this al-zahira ala akhirihi. Like here we add al-zahira ala akhirihi, that means that is visible in the end. Now we have this present tense. يذهب زيد إلى المدرسة. يذهب زيد إلى المدرسة. Means Zaid came to or went to the madrasa. So here we are going to see the Arab. So how we are going to write for فعل مضارع. We know the four main letters, the huruf that are the signs for the fa'il mudare, and that are Naid, Noon, Hamza, Ya, and Ta. And they are put into an acronym, and that is Naid, Noon, Hamza, Ya, and Ta. Whenever you see a verb that is starting with these four huruf, we know that this is our faile mudare. Mostly 99% verbs are those which are starting with noon, hamza, ya, and ta. They are faile mudare. So here, yazhabu, we know it is starting with a ya, that means it is a faile mudare. And now we see yazhabu zaidun ilal madrasati. Zaid went to the madrasa or to school. So here again, we are going to write the Arab. So starting with yazhabu, we know that this is a fail. Again, fail is with the hadas and zaman. That means it is with the time, it is with the event or the action. So a verb that combines both hadas and zaman is a fail. And this is a fail mudari because this ya is the alama for the fail mudari. So, what action is taking place when the action is happening? This is all about a fail. So, this is fail mudari, and here, fail mudari, we know that it is al hadir al an zal hen. So, this means this phrase means the present moment right now, al an, right now, what is happening here is al hadir, it is present right now. This moment is happening right now. So this is a fairly mudari and it is always diamond marfu. It is marfu. Again, just like file that is always marfu, this fail mudari is always going to be marfu. And inshallah, we are going to see that when it changes from marfu to mansoob and majzoom state. Inshallah, we are going to learn that as well. Almost all the beginners know that we have this mansoob and the majzoom form for faile mudarib. Inshallah, we are going to review that as well. So it is going to be always marfu. The default state for faile mudari is marfu. If there is no harf nasab or any other condition or harf of jazm before it, so it is always going to be marfu. And again, it will follow the same Arab like file, and that is fail mudari marfu. We are going to add this part. وَعَلَامَةِ رَفْعِهِ الدَّمَّةِ marfu and rafa. This rafa state. The sign for the rafa state is dhamma. And you can see the dhamma here. Diamond marfu, fail mudari marfu, wa alamati rafihi ad-dhamma, and it is the fail mudari that has the hadas and zaman. That means whatever is happening and what time it is happening means the place and you can say the time. So yazhabu zaidun ilal madrasati. This is the full iraq. يذهب, we learned yes يذهب فعل مضارع مرفوع علامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. This whole part, this red part is the compulsory part that you are going to write. فعل مضارع مرفوع. That's it. Your Arab are right. But as we are learning about the detailed Arab, so how to write the detailed Arab? So it will be وعلامة رفعه الضمة. You are going to add this part. And this green part, Zahira ala akhirihi, that is that this Dhamma is Zahir in the end, in the end, end of the Azahiri in the end of the word. This fail mudari. Then Zaidun is our file. We know that if we have the fail, we in the Hua version we have it. We can have an outside doer, and here it is Zaidun. Zaidun here, it is file and it is diamond marfu. Then again, in the same way, you are going to write these three parts. The red part, file marfu, the most important part. Then we need to write wala amati rafihi ad-dhamma az-zahira ala akhirihi in the end. This is the part that you need to remember. Az-zahiri ala akhirihi. Ila, we know that it's half of jar, that's it. You can write it like that. But for the complete Arab, we are going to write mabni ala sukoon. Here it is sukoon. Mabni, it is fixed on a sukoon. Fixed on a sukoon. Walamati akhirihi as sukoon. And alamati akhirihi. And on in the end, there is an alama of the sukoon. Here you are going to write like this. Harfijar mabni ala sukoon wa alamati. Here is sukoon in the end. Then we have madrasati. It is in the state of jar. And why it is in the state of jar? Because it is preceded by a harf of jar. So this is jar majroor fragment. This and this is mutalik to fail, and it is mutalik bil fail. Yazhabu, and it is ism majroor. We can say al madrasati is ism majroor bi ila, with ila. So it is ism majroor with ila, we can say, and then we need to write walamati jarrihi al kasra. Here again, like walamati rafi al dhamma, we need to write walamati jarrihi al kasra, and then you need to add a zahira ala akhirihi. So this is ism majroor bil ya walamati jarrihi al kasra الظاهرة على آخره. So this is the whole era for this simple sentence, simple present tense, فعل مضارع sentence. يذهب زيد إلى المدرسة. We have now زيد طالب مجتهد. This is a jumla ismiya. We all have this. Zaidun is mubtada. We know that it is jumla ismiya. So we are going to have a mubtada. And we know that mubtada, just like file, it is always marfu. Da'iman marfu. And the sign for marfu is bidamma. Or we can write wala amati rafihi at-damma. Or we can say marfu bidamma. It is marfu with the damma. Or you can say the sign of the rafa is dhamma wa alamati rafi dhamma mubtada marfu wa alamati rafi dhamma, and in the end we are going to write az-zahira ala akhirih, that is visible in the end. Talibun is a khabar. We know that jumla ismiya is has two main components, the mubtada and the khabar. Here talibun is a khabar, and khabar is always marfu. خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. Again, we need to write that these two additional phrases. خبر مرفوع طالب is خبر مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة الظاهرة على آخره. Then we have مجتهد, it is a naat. This is manut and this is a naat, or you can say this is mawsuf and this is sifa. These are two terms that usually is used in the Arabic grammar. Talibun mujtahidun, it is a mawsuf sifa fragment. So this sifa is going to follow all the four properties: the number, gender, and type. And this is here it is following all the properties of Talibun. So it will be sifa, and it's going to follow all the same era. Marfu wala amati rafiya dhamma. Here dhamma, you can see dhammatain. Az-zahira ala akhirihi, this part is going to remain the same. This is easy. I hope that this will be easy for you to memorize. الظاهر على آخره الظاهر على آخره الظاهر على آخره. So this is how you're going to write the era for جملة اسمية. زيد طالب مجتهد. As we were learning about fail, that fail has the hadas and zaman or zaman, you can say it is what action is taking place and when the action is happening. So this is all about hadas and zaman. We see lots of fail like dakhala, akala, sharaba, kharaja, nama, nasara, zahaba. They are all ending with a fatha. And we know that this is a fail madi. This is Hua version. This is the default fail madi mabni al fath, because they are all the past tense Hua versions. So they are all ending with a fatha. Dakhala, akala, sharaba, kharaja, nama, nasara, zahaba. They are all ending with a fatha. We know that there are three types of fail that we see: Madi, Mudare, and For future tense, this is the regular Mudare that can be preceded by seen and sofa, and the same sentence will be converted into the future tense. So we have Madi, Mudare, and Al Amr in the fail. So let's see what how failure is made. We know that usually all the basics, those who know about the basic of the nahu of, we know that the failure always ends with the sukoon. It's like ukhruj, udkhul, kul, khuz. This is all enter or exit or eat or take. These are all you know that they are all failure. You can say the commands like sit or go or eat. These are all run. These are all failure. These are all commands, and they are always going to end with a sukoon. They are always going to end with a sukoon. So what we are going to write for the Arab? Mabni ala as-sukoon. Mabni ala sukoon. Like the file and the mubtada, they are always, you can say they are always fixed. for فعل ماضي. فعل ماضي, they are always, you see a fatha. Here you can see دخل أكل شرب, they are always fixed. They are مبني على فتح. So here you are going to say that for فعل they are always fixed on a sukun. So like فعل ماضي that is fixed on a fatha, فعل is fixed on a sukun. You can see here. So it is mabni ala sukun. فعل ماضي is mabni ala al-fath. فعل is mabni ala sukun, because you can see here all the commands always end with a sukun. So فعل kul, eat. Here this is a command. So it is going to be فعل, and this is mabni ala as-sukun. Mabni ala as-sukun. فعل kul, or like khuz, ukhruj, udkhul. They are all going to end with a sukun, and we are going to write the full i'rab. Fi'l amr mabni ala as-sukun. Mabni ala as-sukun. Now you need to remember two things. Al-fi'l madi wa mabniyun. They are always mabni, like mabni al-fath, mabni al-sukun. And fi'l mudari is the default state, and that is marfu. That is marfu. And here, al-fi'li madi wal you are going to say mabni. For fi'li mudari, we are going to say marfu. And these are the two terms that you need to remember for each of these fail. Fi'li madi and mabni. Fi'li mudari, that is marfu. So inshallah, we are going to continue in the next session. Keep revising them and keep memorizing the terms. So, inshallah, we are going to proceed with more of the Arab in the next session. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.